Okay, we're going to do one final example for a confidence interval for two groups. And we're going to start on this page here with the Pew Research Center poll. Asked subject is there solid evidence that the Earth is getting warmer? 69% of 731 males responded yes. 70% of 770 females answered yes. And we want to construct a 95% confidence interval. And we want to estimate the difference. And so we want to use our formula up here. Here's our formula for the difference between two population proportions. So I need my two sample proportions, my value for z, which is going to be 1.96 again because we have a 95%, and q hat is just 1 minus p hat, and then n's are your sample sizes. Okay, so we're given this data in a little bit different format. P hat's already calculated for us. 69% of the 731 male respondents answered yes. So we're going to say P hat for the males is equal to 0.69. So there's no computation there. Q hat's just going to be 1 minus that, and so 0.31. And then P hat for the females is 70%, so 0.7. And Q hat then for the females is 0.3. Our sample sizes are 731 and 770. Okay, so that's all the information we need to get the confidence interval. Our confidence interval is going to be 0.69 minus 0.7 plus or minus 1.96 because it's 95%, and we have 0.69 times 0.31 divided by our sample size for the males is 731 plus 0.7 times 0.3 divided by our sample size for the females, which was 770. Alright, and so that's going to be equal to, I'll get this difference first, that's going to be negative 0.01 plus or minus, and then I'll calculate this right here, that's going to be 0.047. So our confidence interval is going to be negative 0.01 minus 0.047. That's negative 0.057. And then negative 0.01 plus 0.047. So 0.037. Okay, so we should notice this time that our confidence interval goes from a negative to a positive. What that means is there's no significant difference between males and females with regards to their beliefs on climate change. Because if there was no difference, the confidence interval would be 0, and so 0 is included in this confidence interval because it goes from a negative to a positive. So because of that, we can say with 95% confidence, we did not find a difference between males and females with respect to their beliefs in climate change. That's climate change, sorry. Oops. Alright, it's climate change. I'm not going to mess with that. Alright, and so let's do this on the calculator. It's a little bit different to do on the calculator because we're given the proportion and the calculator wants the count. And so we go to test, and then it's a 2-prop z interval. So I'm going to hit enter for letter B. And the first count is, well, it's 69% of 731. So there's two things I'm going to do here. I'm going to do 0.69 times 731. That's going to get me the approximate count. But the calculator doesn't want a decimal, so what I'm going to do is come back up here and round to the nearest whole integer. So 504.39, I would just round to 504. The calculator doesn't like when you give decimals when it's supposed to be a whole number. So I have 504 over 280, or 731 for my sample size. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here. We have 70% of 770. So 0.7 times 770. Okay, and that turned to 539 exactly, so I don't need to do anything with that. And then I have 770 for my sample size, and I want a confidence interval. So I just hit enter, and we get the same results, negative 0.057 up to 0.036, just a little bit off from 0.037, which is what we calculated.